Hello everyone, it's Nate. I'm leaving Channel Makers. Yes, this isn't clickbait. I am leaving Channel Makers.
So I've been a fan of Channel Makers for several years, and I've watched Nate grow this channel to almost 250,000 subscribers in just the last couple years. And like many of you, I've grown accustomed to the howdy howdy, and I've grown accustomed to the helpful hints.
Howdy howdy everyone, Nate here. Howdy howdy everyone, Nate here. Howdy howdy everyone, Nate here.
But the big question is anyone lying about what happened, or even about how Nate feels about going solo? Over the next couple minutes, I'm going to show you a few things about body language, and you will be able to see for yourself whether or not Nate is making anything up, how he actually feels about leaving Channel Makers, and if he truly believes in what some of the things he is saying is implying to everyone.
Howdy howdy everyone, Nate here. Channel Makers is about to change dramatically, and you need to know why and how.
So when he says howdy howdy, which is his standard greeting, he immediately goes into Channel Makers, and watch his eyes when he says it. Instead of looking at the camera because he's confident in what he's saying, instead he looks down. He says, howdy howdy everyone, Channel Makers, and then he immediately looks down.
Channel Makers, Channel Makers, Channel Makers.
Which indicates that he's not confident in, nor does he feel good about what he's going to reveal in the next couple words.
I've been present throughout the entire growth of the channel. It's been amazing. The amount of support we've gotten, the amount of videos we've been able to publish, all of you watching and subscribing to every video has been amazing.
The other thing that you need to pay attention to is in this video, his illustrators, which is when you move your hand with words that you say, when you move your body, when you move your shoulders, when you move your hands to illustrate a point. When you do that, those are called illustrators, and when they are on point and in sync, they're generally correct. They're not lies and they're not made up. Now you notice another thing that Nate does is when he is looking through anything that he knows for a fact that is even the slightest bit emotional, his eyes go to the left. So be paying attention to that as the video continues. When Nate is looking for information that he knows is true, but he is emotionally attached to, his eyes go to the left. He does it a lot. It's part of his baseline. So when his eyes are going to the left, this is generally something like this, that he not only believes in, but he's revisiting in his mind because it's emotional. So when he moves his eyes to the side like this, it doesn't mean that he's not telling the truth. It means that he's going to a safe place that he is emotionally attached to bring you relevant and true information. And as he introduces Ricky from Income School, what I want you to watch while Ricky is speaking is the blink rate, how quickly and how often we blink our eyes. Generally speaking, if you're blinking very slowly, and I don't mean slow like this, but I mean once in a great while, like this, my eyes are open as I'm speaking to you because I believe in what I'm saying, and I'm very interested in making sure that you understand it too because it's compelling. Notice I don't hardly blink at all. But as Ricky begins to speak, I want you to pay attention to how Nate's blink rate increases.
So just amazing with a lot of design stuff. She helps us make this place look good. And she also designs most of our logos. The Channel Makers logo as it is now.
The other thing to watch for is what's called the insincere smile. It's not a smile because you're happy, it's the smile because you're trying to be kind, but you're not genuinely joyful about doing it. We see it all the time. An actual true smile is called a Duchenne smile. And a Duchenne smile means that your eyes smile with your mouth. It's not just good to see you. It's, hey, I'm really excited to see you. See your eyes smile as well. They close like this. You see the little crow's feet on the side of your eyes. If you see that along with the smile, generally speaking, that's more of a genuine smile. But as Ricky is talking here, you'll notice that Nate, he's being kind and he's being supportive, but you notice it's mostly just his mouth that's smiling, not his eyes.
Masterminds that we run in Project 24, she's there behind it. She plans them, schedules them, sees what all the members are needing, what they want, and what would best help them, and then sets all of those up for us and does a ton of masterminds herself. So she's a fantastic person to have on the team.
And the other thing I want you to notice is pay attention to Nate's lips. When you purse your lips, It means you're withholding something that you want to say. You may be in agreement, but you want to say something, or you may be in disagreement, so you are keeping your words inside. Either way, what your brain does to your lips is instead of just sitting there like this, you start to do this. And you start to press your lips together. They become more narrow and more clenched. You'll see that in Nate's face here, along with more blinking.
Is that with this team, we've realized we have a lot more that we could offer. So you're going to see a lot more of us. There's a lot of different perspectives and different experience, different expertise that we really have to share. And so we're going to do that here on Channel Makers. But the next cool thing is these new projects.
You'll notice in this clip that Nate actually now diverts his eyes down and then up over Ricky's shoulder to someone else who's clearly standing there, and then back to Ricky for the attention.
Too long, we'll release it publicly so you know exactly what that too long, we'll release it publicly so you know exactly what that too long, we'll release it publicly so you know exactly what that.
I have another big announcement, a very big announcement. Like, really, you won't want to miss the announcement. Big. That we're going to put in a video right here. We're actually publishing that video simultaneously with this video. So you can watch this video next, so you can see a bit of what's going on behind the scenes with that announcement. So go watch that next, and I'll see you over there.
And then finally, as he begins to say, look, I want you to check out this next video. I've got something really big to tell you. He truly believes in what he's saying, and he wants you to look at the video because there's clearly more that he wants to communicate, but he understands that this particular video is not the place to say those things. So he's trying to divert your attention to the next video, where he's going to get a little bit emotional.
And I have another big announcement, a very big announcement. Like, really, you won't want to miss the announcement. Big. That we're going to put in a video right here. We're actually publishing that video simultaneously with this video. So you can watch this video next, so you can see a bit of what's going on behind the scenes with that announcement. So go watch that next, and I'll see you over there.
This is somebody wearing their heart on their sleeve. I want you to watch how many times Nate looks down and then to his left. Generally speaking, more often than not, when we are deep in thought about something emotional that really hits us hard, we look down and sometimes to the left. Of course, that's not everybody. Everyone has their own baseline and way of doing things. But one of the things that I know for sure about Nate is that when he's talking about something that he is sure of, but it's emotional for him, he looks down to gather that information. And when it's something that he not only is emotional about, but he's worried about what you might think, he looks down, he looks to the left. Sometimes he looks to the left. But when he combines the two, down and to the left, or to the left and then down, this is generally indicative of someone who truly believes what they're about to tell you, but they understand that it's going to bring raw emotion out of them.
I am leaving Channel Makers. Yes, this isn't clickbait. I am leaving Channel Makers. So here, I think we have the final howdy howdy. Howdy howdy, everyone. It's been great. I will miss you.
This is clearly hitting him hard, but he knows this is his last time to communicate this on a channel that doesn't belong to him. Now let's go to his new channel.
There we're going. I am going to attempt to do this in a single take. No matter how many takes it takes to take this take, I'm going to attempt to do this in a single take because I wanted it to be as raw as humanly possible. I have my notes here, so you might see me looking at my notes occasionally while I'm recording this. I am so excited to make this video. I also have a fair bit of trepidation based on the response and the reactions I've been seeing, and I realized I just really wanted to make this video to set things to light, to be transparent, and also point out why things are actually really awesome.
You're going to immediately notice that this is a lot less stress for him because he is now in his own element, doing his own thing.
Both for myself and also the Channel Makers or Income School brand. Things are just really, really good. Better than they have ever been right now, actually.
He is now in his own element, doing his own thing, in his own space. His eyes are brighter. His smile is larger. His mannerisms and the way that he moves are much more exaggerated. It's because he is very confident in what he's saying, and he feels very good about saying it to you.
So I actually also, in addition, I was going to start this video with a grand howdy howdy, but I realized I need a new greeting. So if you have any ideas for greetings, please do put them in the comments. I need a new greeting.
Nate, in my opinion, you need to stick with howdy howdy. I'll tell you why. Your presence has built the Channel Makers channel to nearly 250,000 subscribers. And what you have created is something that people expect. We all know when we see a video that starts with howdy howdy, it's going to be you, and it's going to be something interesting to all of us. Now, I understand that being your own channel now, you want a new start. I totally understand that. But let me just tell you this. You are not old enough to remember this, but back in the mid to late 80s, when I was still in high school, Coca-Cola was the biggest drink in the world. And they had this great, wonderful new idea that they would shelf classic Coca-Cola and make a thing called New Coke. I was there when that happened. I recall the backlash. It was awful. Everybody loved and was happy with and wanted classic Coca-Cola, which was simply just Coke. It was Coca-Cola. Then New Coke came out and it tasted completely different. And the idea was all of a sudden the manufacturer took away what everyone was used to, what everyone wanted, and what everyone expected when they saw Coca-Cola. And there was huge rebellion. So what I'm trying to communicate to you, my friend, is if you're watching this, you can do anything you want. We are here to support you, but understand howdy howdy is what people have been expecting, and it's what people like because it's you. Don't do the New Coke thing, bro. Just don't.
Okay, next question. A lot of people had concerns because I displayed emotion in a few of my goodbye videos. Are you okay, Nate? Yes, I'm more than okay. At this current moment, I am extremely excited. I have a lot of really good things going on here.
Here we're getting more of Nate's baseline. He's looking to the left and he's looking down because it's emotional for him what he's communicating to you.
I displayed emotion in those videos because, like I mentioned earlier on, it was something that was so... I just look at it like when you put so much effort and energy into something and then you're leaving or you're letting it go, so to speak, of course, there's some emotion behind that. No, the company did not force me out. I chose to leave. It was my choice.
Now, is he being honest about all this thing with leaving Channel Makers and going on his own solo and all those things? In my professional opinion, the verdict is he is honest, he's telling the truth, and he is excited to be on his own. I can read this in him because he's clearly creative and he clearly wanted to be on his own. And I believe that there was some rub with the old team in that they wanted to go into a different direction and possibly in such a way that it did not include as much input from Nate. And I believe, watching his body language, that Nate has been thinking about this for quite some time. I've done it myself, so I know what he's going through. I have actually 3 other channels and they're all doing pretty well. This one's brand new for me, but I believe that Nate has been thinking about this for quite some time. He built something for someone else, and it was all his blood, sweat, and tears, and mostly his ideas. And yes, he had a great creative team with him, but truly he was the driving force. So I believe that he is happy that he is now on his own. I think that the only reticence that I am detecting at all is the fear that we all have when we take a chance when it comes to our bottom line. He knows that when you have over 200,000 subscribers, that there is enough revenue that's being made that somebody is going to be able to make a living. Now he's starting from scratch. And I know what that's like, and many of you know what that's like, because you're not sure of your income. You're not sure what the future looks like. You're taking a shot in the dark. And I believe that that's the only reservation that I'm reading in the way that Nate is communicating. So bottom line, he's telling the truth, and I think we need to support him 100% of the way. Good going, Nate, and howdy howdy.